It's Oliver, they, them, their pronouns. So today I'm gonna be talking about my coming out process, I guess. A couple of folks asked for my coming out story. So I'm gonna do my best to tell that. So when I found out that like being queer was a thing, I was like 8, and ever since then I kind of wondered, like, am I? Well, from then till I was 14, which was when I started thinking about it. I came out as bi at 15, and then sort of throughout high school I went back and forth between being bi and being a lesbian. I wasn't like totally sure of which one I fell under, which I now know is because I had a really weird relationship with masculinity, because misogyny and masculinity are oftentimes associated together, and misogyny made me really uncomfortable, and now I know that you can be masculine and or a man without being misogynist. It's really great. Fuck misogyny. And anyway, but I didn't know a lot about a bunch of other queer identities, or being trans, really. Like, I only knew one trans person before I got to college, and we like, I didn't know as much as I know now, and when I got to college, I realized that I'm trans. Surprise, I know none of y'all knew that. And I came out when I was 19, and like to friends. I didn't come out to my family, I guess, and I never looked back. And now I know that, you know, I'm not boy or a girl. I think in the video I was in with Steph, I said gender cool was a Tumblr post. I'm gonna actually find that, because I want to credit the person who came up with that, because like I don't want to keep using their term and like not say that. I don't want it to sound like it's mine. Sorry that I'm like all over the screen right now. Gender cool is credited to okay, anyway, while I'm finding that, I'm gonna move the camera so I can. And then as far as like other identities, when I was, let's say right before my 20th birthday, I think I realized that I'm also in the asexual community. I'm not really into sex. Like, it's not really for me. There is one person who is the exception to that rule, which is why I generally say I'm demisexual. But like, that was it. I've never really felt interested. And as far as being what I mentioned before, either bi or lesbian, obviously I'm not a lesbian now because I'm not a girl. I mean, I know that there are people who I guess identify otherwise, but like, not for me. Okay, gender cool goes to, it looks like Stellarts with 3 L's. So, thank you for that term. So, yeah, I'm not into sex, and, and as for, being bi or whatever, since I've got this whole new relationship with gender, since coming out as trans. I mean, yeah, I prefer girls, like, just, I seem to connect the most with girls, but, I mean, people of all genders can be pretty great, so I don't, like, restrict myself to only one, and I've had crushes on people of all genders. I don't want to say all genders, but of several genders, because obviously I've not had a crush on, like, every single person ever. But yeah, I guess that's kind of, I don't know, like, I don't know, coming outdoors are really hard because, well, for one thing, like, you don't only come out once. Like, when you come out to yourself, I think that's kind of more or less the story I was going with today, is when I kind of came out to myself. But as far as coming out to other people, like, you never have to, like, unfortunately, we're always perceived, in the whole main world, like, as being cis and being hetero, and, like, that's the default, and if you're not, then you have to come out, which is, I mean, not okay, because, like, they're not the default. I mean, clearly, like, there are so many other things that you can be other than cis and hetero, and I don't know, it's unfortunate that, like, it's always assumed that, that's what people are, because it's tiring coming out. Like, I'm so tired of having to tell people, like, and then having them be like, but you're only one person, how are your pronouns they, them? What? But what were you born as? Are you a boy or a girl? Or, what do you mean you're queer? Isn't that a slur? Like, which, I know that like, came from a slur or whatever, but that's the term that I'm comfortable using to describe myself. Like, if I had to choose one word to describe myself, it would be queer. So please, like, if it bothers you for me to use that word, I won't use it with you, but, like, that's how I describe myself. So, like, my identity is not for you to determine. Anyway, this video has gotten really long, so I'm gonna cut it. But I guess any questions or whatever, comment, whatever, and much love to all of you.